Hello, it's Get Carter, and I'm back with another episode of Oxygen Not Included. Now, I did do a couple things while people were away, and I just want to double check this is going to turn off. We got the plastic and the oil refinery set up, but I've got this crude oil I want to get rid of, because I want to put in the metal refining up here, or down there, I mean. And I'm going to put some fertilizer synthesizers up here, just because it produces natural gas and it can tie in with this one and it can all be pumped down to the gas generators down there. You are doing that, and you're slow. So slow. There we go. We'll get that to higher amount. Only problem is, that's fine. The oxygen's probably a higher density that it'll push this down anyway. It's fine, it can stay there. We have got a bunch of hydrogen in here. What pressure are we at? 15 kilograms or something. I'm still trying to push out the oxygen. What I'll do is I'll just basically put in a air pump if I need to. Just to lower the pressure enough to push this all the way down, and then we can close it off and just leave it like that and cool it. So we dug up... Where are you? Where are you? Up here. I dug up into this one to see what it was, and it's another copper volcano. So we've got 3 copper volcanoes, which is an awful lot. And what I might actually do is... drain that water down into there. Yeah, that'll get rid of it completely. I was expecting the water level to drop a little bit more, but it didn't. What are you doing at 5? Alright, so that's just another copper volcano. So we'd basically never run out of copper if we got those 3 set up. Not the refined stuff. I will pump this oil out of here at some point. Now the other thing we did is we've got... How long have you got? 1 more cycle. We did bring up the molten slicksters finally up to here. So I grabbed another egg and I've got that one there. They're currently producing petroleum. But what I do want to do is I'm hoping for the normal slickster egg so I can get oil producing. But in the meantime, we've got this pitcher pump anyway. What's that at? What temperature is it at? 134. Yeah, that's 180. Yeah, this melting point isn't that... I think the melting point on this one's 160. Or the damage point is 160. Yeah. Hold on, what's it going to melt at? I've got the way you can actually... Oh, I'll just do it here. Plumbing, isn't it? So it's overheat temperature... Oh, it adds 200, I think. Where are you? Yeah, so it's 275. Ah, it's heaps. Alright, so that's not going to overheat. Yeah. So we've got that. So we will make sure this cage is done up for the slicksters if the slickster egg comes along. God, it's hard to say today. Yeah, what else? We've got plenty of food. We have a job master. Who did it? Rowan is a miner. Is that the 2nd level? Yeah. So we don't really care for anything past the 2nd level. Have you got architect? I feel like we could do with another architect. Or someone with... because that gives you building, doesn't it? Yeah, someone with more construction bonuses, they can do it faster. We've got lots of liquid all around the place, which at some point I'll try to clean up. And... what are we doing? Now, we are chewing through... a lot of this water here because I've got 2 electrolyzers set up. So I finally got this second one, well the third one basically set up here. So we got the one over here that's working. We've got the one up here, and then we've got the one down in the cold area down here. But what's happened is I haven't got that much water left here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take water from here if I have to, but my intention is to basically up here hook up this cool steam vent and use the water from there and use the water from this one here to try to have enough water to keep the electrolyzers going. We have got access to lots of water through different means, so that's not going to be an issue, but just if I can just hook up these two and that's basically most of the water for the oxygen, that'll be good. Because it emits a bit of steam. It goes for a while. So that should give us a decent amount of water. I think it's, what is it, erupting now? So it's dormant. No, must just have it's just got a high level of oxygen. Alright, so we'll sort that out today, hopefully. Now we've got the pipe all set up to go that way. Now the other thing I'm doing, which they haven't done yet, and I don't know why. Ugh. So I'm an idiot. Deconstruct that. So what I meant to do was that. And then correspondingly I need heavy wet wire there. Ah, it switched it all to one. No! Because I was doing the these pipes. I'll explain them in a little bit. I'll do it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly change this setup so I can also pump out clean water. And hold on. Is there anything there? No. So what we're going to do is deconstruct that. So basically I can pump out both polluted and clean water. And what I'll do is all the extra polluted water I've got that I don't want, I'll pump through the insulated pipes, get clean water to come out as well as polluted water. Polluted water can go feed the pinch of peppers, and then the clean water can come into here at 40 degrees. And then that can go to the electrolyzers. So this is pretty much what we've done. Yeah, I might stop that. Turn off. Now the reason I was pumping out the stuff that was in here is I'm wondering if the steam, the pressure got too high and it stopped the steam coming out. Oh, that's actually a vacuum. So it's a near vacuum. So when the steam comes out, there shouldn't be any issue with too much polluted oxygen or anything like that in there, over pressurizing it. So why have you got double electric things? That would be why. No. Let's do you on a 9, please. Nope. Go. There we go. Alright, so with this one, what I'm going to do is you're going to go up there. And where do we want you to go? Up there. And I'm going to use you as another power, and I'm going to put it in here. And we'll need the power for that one as well. Just more power is more better. But that's not... Actually... We get this done on a 9, so I can... no, actually... I thought this pump was going to have to run for longer, so it doesn't really matter. But what we do want to do is how we're going to do this. So we're going to cut... dig that out. We want a gold liquid pump. I'm just going to put there. And then piping wires. What are we going to do that's not going to... we'll just go gold piping. No, hold on, I can't. Hold on. Plumbing. I don't care about using liquid pipes directly in this area. It's more... Actually, no, I don't care at all. There's nothing I'm trying to keep cool here, so I don't particularly bother me. You're not going to go there. So what we're going to have to do is... Now what side was going to go up? I was kind of planning going up here. We need a... What do we want? That should be high enough. Get a door. Get that. Go there. Which means we'll need to go up to there. And then what we want is... What are you using? What have you got a lot of? I don't particularly want to use that. Suppose I will use granite for the moment. We'll use insulated pipes for the rest, so it doesn't matter. We do need power as well. Now, where can we get power from? This one we've just done. Because that hasn't got anything else on it, so that's convenient. That one I'm doing out of gold. Go there. Go there. Go there. Think about it. And go there. And I think I need to actually do that. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just do that. There we go. That'll do. Alright, so we'll get that done. We'll get this water pumped. Someone's starving. Why? Ah! You idiots. There probably should be a better alert. Oh well. He should be fine. How much energy has he got? Hold on. Where do I get his calories? I had a whole day before he dies. He's fine. These poor things are starving. I think they're just about dead. Oh, he's going to die of old age anyway. Yeah. They're going to die. Now, something else I did is... when I had just had this room by itself, what was happening is the ranchers were coming in and wrangling the critters, because it's got the 0 critters allowed in here. But it would leave them there, and then they would get out of the ropes, and they'd have to come back and do it. So they were spending all their time basically doing the same thing over and over again. Why are you taking slime from there? Is everyone on? Sorry, I added that. I'll add it. Nope. No, I know what you're gonna do. You're not doing it. Go do something else. Now, is he? Yeah, you're taking down the mushrooms. It's alright, you can take it down to the mushrooms. I've got lots of slime to get rid of. You're not full yet? No. We have so much food. Now, the other thing I did as well, which I'll probably need to eventually put Weezeworts in. When I say eventually, I mean sooner rather than later. Alright, let's get all of this done. No. Like that. Like that, please. Let's get that done, and then we're going to... you can get done as well. We'll put in some Weezeworts, because we have got some down here. Okay. Let's put this on a 7. Otherwise it'll never get done. We have got another nullifier in here, but we don't need it right now. Yeah, it's the easiest one. We can get another one there if we need it. We'll just put another furniture. Put it in now in preparation. You go do that. Right, so they'll do that. So what we've got is we've got auto mushrooms on this one. We've got auto barbecue on this one. We've got Stuffed berries on that, and we've got the omelettes on that. And we've got 390,000 now. Mostly in omelettes and fried mushrooms. Yeah, we haven't got any meat right now. So that's, might just put another one down here, and then deconstruct that one. Right, so they're nearly done. We'll put the Wheezewort in here at some point. Right, everyone's off that, so maybe deconstruct. And someone can construct that at some point. Are you doing it? Yay! Deconstruct that. So where are we? So they're getting that done eventually. I think, what I put on? 7. Yeah. So we'll uproot that in a 9. That's done. Oh, you out. Get him out. Oh, if I picked up that Paku egg. Oh, it's in there. Yay! Have you lost viability? Oh, it's going down. It's alright. I'm trying to get all of the eggs in the one spot. That one came from here, so this guy will die shortly. And then we'll just be able to pump that water out and put it somewhere else. Probably into... You should be going here. Because I believe... Hold on. Did I muck up my automation? Oh, it's got nowhere to go anyway. That's why. Because normally this is going to let all of that in. So what do we want? They're sleeping? Yeah, they're sleeping. No. That's what it was like before. We want to go up here. We want to do priority 9. 1, 2... Now, they should be able to reach that. That issues. So then what we're going to do is put the... I don't want insulated. Is that not insulated? Actually, that tile's not insulated, is it? Probably should be, but doesn't matter. Alright, so once I do that, this thing should pump out some polluted dirt. You do it? There we go. That's all good, and then it'll go off to this one. I think pretty much for this one, because the rest of them, yeah. I can't remember whether I've allowed 3 or no, I have. So you are 80, 85. You're disabled. So that's working fine. So we'll get that done eventually, but right now I want to do. Change that to a 6. Just make sure this gets done. We don't have to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hold on. What are you doing? No, we need 6 there. And we're going to 6 there. And we're going to deconstruct that one. And we'll hook up the wires. And then I can start... Actually, I can start pumping this again anyway. Now, we'll do that. You are probably not very warm. Now, we'll get some more plastic. We've got a little bit of plastic, but you tend to use a lot of it when you use it. Right, so we're going to get that done. Hopefully. Someone. Anyone. What are they doing? No, they're not asleep. Now, we could get more dupes, but it's a little bit awkward for me to put more of the exosuit docs in. If I end up having time before the new update comes out, what I've thought about is I'll set this area up here as the new hatch area, and basically have a tube running out to here with its own little oxygen supply, so they don't need suits to do the hatches, because the hatches don't care what stuff they're in, what atmosphere they're in. So what are these guys doing? There we go. Oh, he picked up meat. He'll be doing the barbecue. So we've we run out of room. Oh, yes. Oh wait, no, that's got edible. Has it got all edible? Yeah, it's got all edible. That's right. So they can put it in here if there's no... Oh no, it's still got 6. Still got a little bit of room. Yeah. So the power's working all fine. I'd made these the airflow tiles just to try to get some of the carbon dioxide down. Oh, they've done part of that. Yeah. So what have they got? So wake up, start working. They haven't done any of that bit. We're not going to bother analysing that one. Doesn't matter. Now we've got... where is it? I wanted to dig up a little bit more up here just to see... so this bit doesn't look like it is out to space. So we have got... Where is it? Up here. Now we've got space here. So we've got... You can see there, and this will go up around here. So that... What do we got? So that abyssalite is exposed to space. So it's basically there, and I assume... Ooh, that's exposed to space. Yeah, so it basically goes down that line. And there's that. What? How did that bottle of water get there? Huh. That's weird. No one's been there. I don't know how they could do a bottle of water. This thing. This is something that might take a very long time. And I might get it done after I get the water hooked up. I'm going to use this as basically gas storage. I'm going to put high pressure vents in so they can do up to 20 kilograms. And basically pump in everything I don't want there. And then pump it out to wherever I do. The biggest one, which is this one here, I'm going to use for storing all the oxygen that's being generated from polluted oxygen. And then I'll basically wait until there's no slime lung in it. Might be slime lung in here with that stuff. And once there's no slime lung, I'll just pump it directly into the base or wherever I want. Just to cut down on the electrolyzers and the algae. Which is 6.1 tons. 6.1 tons. I'm not actually using much algae. Or at least I wasn't. Where's the previous one? I was looking at stress. Basically, the algae last time did 40... I did a lot. 46 grams. I think in one of the previous ones it... I wasn't there. So the algae's not doing that much anymore. The electrolyzers are doing the main part of it. And obviously the deodorizers are creating a lot of oxygen as well, which is sitting outside the base. But if I can get that oxygen pumped into a room, make sure it hasn't got slime lung sneaking into parts of it. I mean, this stuff hasn't, but if you go up here, I think... where is it? Yeah, there's slime lung up here. So I just want to make... And there's a bucket load of it there. What we'll do, actually, is... I might just do that. Now we haven't got huge amounts of sand, but we can always just crush some more rock and make more sand. That's all good. They're going there. Alright, so why... You deconstruct on a 9. We'll make you the rest of the pole so you can go all the way down. Now I was contemplating how I do the base design next time. And what I'm thinking of is I'm just going to have one side as the exit. Adam. Where's my... Alt S. Have one side as the exit. And just basically have it go up and down. And then just have layers. So that way, if I have layers, I can sort of have chambers and put oxygen into them separately, and I won't have to. They'll be able to go more places without having suits on, and I can always hook up late game some sort of the plastic tubing to each of the different levels, and basically have their own exosuits for that level, sort of thing. But we'll see how we go with that. Oop. I need some stone egg. No. Stone hatchlings. Ah, we need some stone hatchlings. Eggs. I mean, obviously we're not in the biggest hurry because we've got, what? There's 8 in there. Spare that can go into these if one of them dies. So it doesn't really matter. Get out of there. Doesn't really matter that much. I did put the delay... I put the delay on it, so if one of them does lay an egg, then I can have time to do the... Where are you? I'm not sure when the next one's going to actually reproduce anything. I might just suspend the... where are we? Hear the stone hatchling? Hold on. What's going on here? That's hatchling. Ah, no! What have you got? Where are you going with it? Where exactly are you putting the stone hatchling egg? Have you still got it? Or did you get rid of it? Ah, it's there. Alright. So can I access it? No. Ah. So it's... Oh, you can empty them, can't you? Empty storage, that's right. Ah. So we'll just cancel it for a sec. Just make sure we've got a stone hatchling incubating at all times. Or get 4 of them incubating at all times. And hopefully one of them might have a egg. Are you a new one? Yeah, you're brand new. Ooh, you've only got 7. Alright, so they've only got 7, so theoretically... no, they won't get anything until these ones. That's why I had this set at 0 and I was going to leave them in there, because they'll automatically transfer. But what should happen now is next time one of these hatches, it'll go into one of these two. Yeah, so we'll hopefully they'll be reproducing soon, and we'll get some eggs. At some point, I might think about powering this just so it goes a lot quicker, but that's fine. We got lots of hatches, we got lots of coal, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, these guys are just wild and doing their thing, which is fine. Got all sorts. What do you got, Squeaky Puff? They should have... Yeah, they got plenty of polluted oxygen to breathe in. More of it's being generated. There's slime everywhere, so... They're all good. Our food might start to be going down. That's cool. I'm happy for the food to go down. It went up... It spiked up because... we had a lot of the mushroom to cook. But what do we want? What we're looking at now is this done? Alright, so that's nearly done. We got we've got this on auto harvest. So someone will come hopefully and harvest that at some point. We're doing that. So the water's only at 52, which is that's fine. It's actually cooler than the water that's there. I suppose we can analyze this. Fine. We'll just do some ladders up there. 6's a bit harsh. 7's a bit harsh. We'll do it on 6. We'll just analyze it. At least that way we'll know when it's going to go. And that should be enough water, hopefully. What are you down to? Yeah, 232. Hopefully that'll be enough water so that we don't have to pump any out of the cool tank. No. So we'll get you on a 9. Right, so they'll do that. We're nearly done this. No, do the rest of that. Don't actually want you to do that first. Fine, put that on 5. No, we want that done. I want it done because then I don't have to hook up my other water. And that will be good. That big tank of water that's cooling. What's it down to? 21. 33. I've got to use it for this. It's just too much of a pain to pump the other water in. But I want to use that to basically refill the base when I need to. So when I use all the water in here, I'll pump in that water from that cold biome to replace it. Is that down 220? Yeah, so it's going to run out soon. But hopefully... there's probably... You're going to get up? Oh, look at you go. They're pretty fast nowadays. You're doing that, you're doing that. Yay! Yeah, so maybe we'll get that done. You're going to auto-harvest that one. Alright, so we'll have... I'm going to leave the pipes I built for the other tank down there. But we should have enough water now. Because this one goes, what, in 22? How many... Is this dying because there's not enough? No. Oh yeah. It's causing germs to die. Oh, just oxygen. It's right. There's not enough in there that I care about. There's only... What is it? Grams. Yeah, we won't turn the pump back on. So, and you're actually cooler. That's pumping in that. Alright, so that should be enough to keep our oxygen trundling along. Hopefully. We've got lots of sources anyway, so worst comes to worst, we can get some more water for the electrolyzers. You're going to be analysed. Alright, so that's that done. That should be all good. The next thing I would like to do... Now, is this pump still pumping? Yeah. I'd like to get rid of all that oil that's up here so I can deconstruct that and build what I'm going to build. 7. So hopefully now that... Yeah, they're coming to do it. He's coming to do it. Have you taken more damage? No. Maybe we'll try 20 and see if that overheats. It's really hard... At least I find it hard to try to make sure the polymer press doesn't end up overheating. Just because it heats up so quick. So going up. It's stopping at about 100. Yeah, that's fine. 100 I'll live with. So what have we got? We haven't got too much left in here, so... That should be good. Oh. Alright, well that happened quickly. So you can be on auto, and you can be on 9. So I think that is hydrogen everywhere. And hydrogen on, what's it, 8.6 kilos. We've got a bit of hydrogen up here now, but that doesn't really matter. Not really that fussed about it. We can just pump out the hydrogen at some point when we're ready. So what I'm curious about is where space is up here. We might... I don't want to... Up here. That's going to go up here. I just don't want to open up this cold to that area. I'm going to end up basically closing them off and just having a little tube up there. to try to separate the heat. And I probably wanted to do this out of insulated tiles, but nah, it's fine. We're not going to keep this bit cool. This is where most of the ice and everything is, so... Just curious, can I submit a bioscan? Didn't let me submit one before, I can't get in. Alright, so they're going to do that and that. Tell you what, you've got better things to do. We'll make that a 1. It's fine, it doesn't really matter. You're probably eventually going to need a pump down there to get rid of everything. Alright, so this should start just slowly building up to 20 kilograms of pressure. It's all set up to pump through the oil to make it cool. We just need to get rid of this bit, and I'll put in what is it? The fertilizer synthesizers and the refined metal. Oop, Saturday. Refined metal here, metal refinery. Just so we can stop melting everything so much. We haven't set up. I don't know if we're going to set up sleet wheat. Obviously, it does have quality 5 food with the spiced loaf or whatever it. What is it? The pepper bread. That's +5. So possibly at one point we want to consider doing it. The stuffed berries are actually +4, which is pretty good. I'm assuming. Where's my food? I reckon most of them would want. What do I want? Oh, consumables is what I want. Yeah, so they're all... it keeps resetting. Yeah, they're all at the right-hand side of the thing. Basically, everyone wants the best food. We've got idle 3. Now, that's not due to suits. Well, there's one suit that hasn't got oxygen in it. Which is unfortunate. It's hard when you do a big enough line of suits. It's hard to make sure they're all getting enough oxygen. There's probably better ways to do it. I've wondered if I should... where's my thing? Maybe split it into sort of almost like 3 and 3. Just to try to get more into it. I think next time, if the next base I do, if I just have one entrance on the right or left, what I might do is I'll have 2 layers of suits and I'll just do 6 and 6, but I'll split it into 3 and 3. Just to make sure there's enough oxygen getting into the individual suits. So there's enough in that one technically now, and that guy's going out, but there's not much. This one's got full oxygen, so that's good. And that's most likely because, yeah. So when I set up this additional one here, basically oxygen's going into here. Just to try to make sure size? Oh, that's all full. Yeah, so this actually is a lot. What we really need to do is maybe separate this out. So much as the... yeah, this base is hugely overpressured. So we really want to... what do we want? What do we want to do? Go here. And then what we're going to do is... go there. And go there. Yeah, so... no. Priority 9. We'll see if this works. Or whether it's going to stuff up the airflow. So I mucked around with it before I started recording, and I managed to do a system where it didn't like it and it kept going back and forth, like the gas kept going back and forth in the tube because it was trying to figure out where to go. Why are these ones not? Man. Oh, they're all going to bed. So we might leave that for another episode. I don't actually want these on. Yeah, change to 7. Leave it for another episode. I might actually. How much have you got? Heaps. It's got lots of water. This one's got 20 cycles. This has still got some water in it. We're going to have to... Who's our scientist? Ren. Can you do that? You can go back to being a groundskeeper later. You do that. You analyse that one. If there are any others that we want analysed is a good question. I don't think so. Do we end up analysing that... where's my cold? That one. That one will analyse as well. So we might as well get him to analyse both of those. Good enough? Alright. So we'll leave it there and I'll see you next time.